The copperpod tree was in full bloom. Vibrant and vivacious, it swayed gracefully from side to side, sending down a shower of copper-yellow petals. "Gosh, you're beautiful!" exclaimed the other trees. The copperpod tree stood up straight and rustled its leaves, clearly enjoying the attention. A gust of wind blew through the forest, causing all the trees to bend westward. "Oh no, my flowers!" cried the copperpod tree, trying its best to stand still. Another gust of wind sent the trees swaying the other way. "That's enough," said the copperpod tree, as a bunch of flowers fell from its topmost branches. "I've just about had enough." All the other trees turned to look. "Now look here, Mr. Wind, I refuse to dance to your tunes any more. I wish to sway by myself, not the way you want me to," said the copperpod tree firmly. A gentle whisper broke out among the trees. The wind stopped blowing. The din of dead silence rang through the forest. A moment later, the wind swept through the air again. It circled around the trees and made a whooshing sound, but it never touched the copperpod tree. The copperpod tree watched the other trees giggle as the wind tickled their branches. Then it turned the other way and admired its flowers. Out of the corner of its eye, it looked to see if any tree was watching, but they were all dancing with the wind. The copperpod tree tried to ruffle its flowers, but it couldn't. It tried to shake its branches, but it couldn't. It tried to lean closer to the other trees, but it couldn't. All it could do was stand still. "Gosh, you're beautiful," said the trees. A few days later, the copperpod tree opened its tired eyes with a glimmer of hope. But the other trees were looking elsewhere. They were looking at the gull-mower tree, which was ablaze with fiery red flowers. It was scattering its petals in the air like tiny sparks of fire. The wind blew around it, tussling its branches and making its flowers flush and even brighter red. Nobody paid any attention to the copperpod tree, which was all bent now. There wasn't a single copper-yellow flower on it. Dried flowers and leaves still clung to its branches. The copperpod tree let out a groan. Its trunk was hurting from standing so still. It longed to sway at least once, but the wind refused to even come near it. "All right, Mr. Wind, I'm sorry. The truth is that I need you," sighed the copperpod tree. It felt a slight waft of air near its side. The wind had come closer to listen. "I know I'm a big, beautiful tree with lovely flowers and healthy branches and a nice, strong trunk. But all that doesn't matter if all I can do is be still," said the copperpod tree. "I want to sprinkle my petals over the little children that sit beneath me. I want to reach out my branches and kiss the sky. I want to stretch and protect the people that take shelter under me. I want to dance again. I want to be a living, breathing tree that sways with the wind." The copperpod tree hunched lower, unable to even stand up straight anymore. A gentle breeze floated over the copperpod tree. It started out at its roots, awakening them from their slumber. It traveled upward, wrapping itself around its trunk and permeating through its gnarled branches. It gave the tree a little shake, causing its dried flowers and leaves to fall away. It nuzzled the little flower buds which started blooming. The wind encompassed the copperpod tree in a giant hug, and swayed with it in a soft, gentle dance. The copperpod tree threw its branches around the wind and danced like it had never danced before. The end.
School holidays are a time when all children can enjoy themselves and have lots of fun. On this particular holiday, children's voices could be heard laughing, squealing, and shouting throughout the whole world of Piggy Paradise. The sun was shining, and everyone was happy and having fun. At Piggy Palace, the children were playing in the garden. Piggy Pirate was on the swing. Piggy Patch was cleaning his cricket bat, and Piggy Panda was helping his mummy to weed the garden. Piggy Pink was reading a book. Piggy Peaches was admiring herself in the mirror, as usual, and occasionally combed her hair. And Piggy Plump was trying to decide whether she should have another biscuit from her little red bag. But things just weren't lively enough for Piggy Pirate. "Let's play team games," he said. "Boys against the girls." "That wouldn't be fair," said Piggy Peaches, "because the boys always win." Piggy Plump did not agree and said that she would be quite willing to play any game against the boys.
Piggy Pink said that she wasn't very good at games, but would be happy to join in. Piggy Patch thought that the boys could beat the girls at almost any outdoor game, and suggested they play cricket. The girls thought this would be quite unfair, because they knew how good Piggy Patch was at his favorite game. "No," said Piggy Plump, "we don't want to play cricket, but we will play you at football." The boys agreed, as they thought they would win quite easily. They put a goal at each end of the garden and placed the ball in the middle of the pitch. Piggy Panda was the goalkeeper for the boys' team, and Piggy Plump was in goal for the girls. Piggy Princess blew on a small whistle, and the game began. Piggy Pirate passed the ball to Piggy Patch, who dribbled around Piggy Peaches. This he found rather easy, because Piggy Peaches was admiring herself in the mirror again. He then pushed the ball through Piggy Pink's legs and took a shot at goal. The ball hit Piggy Plump and then rebounded halfway up the pitch towards Piggy Pink. Piggy Pink shoveled the ball forward to Piggy Peaches, who then pushed it with her mirror towards Piggy Panda in goal. Piggy Panda was able to save quite easily. Although the boys had lots of shots at goal, they just could not get the ball past Piggy Plump, who managed to get her body in the way every time. When Piggy Princess blew the whistle for the end of the game, the score was boys 0, girls 0. A draw. Everyone was very hot after their football match, so they were extremely pleased to see that Piggy Princess had made a large jug of lemonade and had set this out with cups on a small table on the lawn. They were all extremely thirsty. After they had rested for a while, Piggy Pirate thought they might have a tug-of-war contest. He had found a long piece of rope in Piggy Pete's garage, and told Piggy Panda to tie one end around his waist. Piggy Plump did the same at the other end of the rope, and the others took up their positions along the rope. When Piggy Princess blew the whistle, they all started to pull as hard as they could. The boys pulled and pulled, but found they could make no progress. With Piggy Plump at the other end of the rope, all their efforts were in vain. Piggy Plump then told her team to pull as hard as they could, and asked Piggy Peaches if she would mind putting her comb and mirror down for just a moment. Soon the girls were able to pull the boys towards them, especially with Piggy Plump now leaning backwards and puffing her cheeks out with effort. The girls were the winners, and how pleased they were. "3 cheers for the girls!" shouted Piggy Panda. Piggy Pink was more delighted than everyone that her team had won. "I don't think I have ever won a game before," she exclaimed. Piggy Princess reminded them that it wasn't always the boys who won at outdoor games. The end.